What's up, Rogo? It's so funny that news or whatever came out at 8:30 and they're like, oh, bad news. And then they're like, ah, who cares? Just, it's crazy, man. Hey, look at this on the 5-minute. I mean, like I said, I'm done trying to figure it out. Just gonna wait for the craziness and try to capitalize on it. Good morning, good morning. Oh, bad news? Ah, that's a perfect opportunity to make the market go higher. I thought about trying to trade some of this, and I was just like, it's just not worth it in the pre-market, man. Just the volume. I looked at what 15 ticks would have been, and it was pretty much the size of these candles, and I wasn't trying to predict the size of these candles. He reduced because he was short a lot of stuff, or he reduced because he just like he had long positions that he reduced, assuming that we're not going to be able to withstand this. I mean, it's this. I feel like an idiot with my kid's custodial account because I took out. I'd have to do the math. Let me look at the SPY real quick. Wait. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Oh wait, no, it says I'm. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I thought like when I switched over to Thinkorswim, it changed the scene for me. I wonder if I could actually do that. It'd be kind of interesting. We'll look into that. I'm just curious where it was. I just have to zoom in here for a sec. It was down here. It was on this red day. So 437. This was on November 9th. So let's find November 9th. Assuming it's this one. Yep. So I took out on my kids' accounts down at like 15,400, assuming that we were going to have some sort of a pullback. And then we had a little pullback, but then we just literally that very next day shot up, and we've been continuing higher ever since. So I'm not adding. I told myself, I was like, I'm not adding back to my kids' accounts until we get back down to that level, preferably a little bit lower, like 14,200 levels. Like that's where I thought I was going to get some ads in, and that's where I thought I was going to start getting some decent options plays, like for longer term options. But here we are, just chilling. I mean, if you look at the daily, it does look like we're in, like we could be heading lower. There's a lot of top wicks. We are making lower highs as of right now. I mean, today will be a pretty big determining factor. But if we stay below, what's the high of this candle? If we stay below 16,037, I would assume we'll tread downwards. But who knows? We'll see. I mean, the 5-minute chart right now on the NQ just looks silly. It'll be interesting to see what we do here at the open. No, he was 200% net long. Jeez. So basically, he's left a lot on the table since then. Yeah, I mean, Tom, I'm surprised we're gonna have to wait till January, but I guess people are doing the whole Santa rally. We got about 1 minute. Don't forget to hit that like button before the bell, that way you can focus on your trading. Be right back as the bell rings. Oh, and look, we're just going to erase that whole move in one shot. Wouldn't that be funny? I would giggle a little bit. Oh, so maybe he just took it off, is what you're saying? Oh, well then good for him. Market's like, psych. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be shorting any of this either. That's the problem. But it's hard to have stop loss trying to go with everything. Didn't get the fill. Would have worked. Jeez. Should have just marketed in. Try to get filled on the bid. I feel like that's the only way I can do it is try to get it on the way back up after a pullback, because then I can stop out right there below. Didn't make a new high, so this could get interesting. Could try to go lower. We didn't get filled down there. Crazy. But I went to where it would have flushed. Like, I feel like if we got down to my order, it was going to flush. Crazy. We're all the way back up to that line from a few days ago. Or wait, this was just yesterday. Sometimes looking at the hourly, I get confused on how far back it is, but yeah, that was just yesterday. I always forget that it's not the SPY. This was a really key area. This yellow line I have here. We get above that and start using it as support. Crazy. Morning, Zishan. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. This thing is just doing what it wants to do. stay away from this. We're back towards the middle line. Sometimes I still need to catch myself sometimes. Because in my head, you know, I'm looking at this like we're still way up here, but then I do have to realize like it's just setting a new mean. I want to be taking random trades. Yeah, no, I feel you. I just got to be patient. This play would be purely on us dumping through this key area. I feel like we could get a pretty big candle. Bouncing again. This is going to come up. It's going to retest smidge above this candle and then probably dump. That'd be my guess. See it happen a lot. It is a little bit above. Oh look, we're going higher. Oh look, we're going higher. Not. Not. Question is, do they come down and fake it out within 15 ticks? Stronger than I thought, though, because I thought that it would have dumped right after that. You see it, you see that a lot, where it goes up and then fakes out, and then they just dump it. It's really hoping it's not a small fake out on my end as well. Hopefully we at least get the 15 ticks. I've kept my finger on the flat button just just in case like it comes down. Feels as, oh, you saw the latency issue? And we're coming down. Here we go. And we're in. What is going on? Is that just like a late fill? I don't know what just happened. It like took our order off the screen. I'm so confused right now. What just happened? You guys saw that, right? Where did my take profit order go? It should have been higher than this. Like, I feel like we should have got filled. This is annoying. We're gonna get faked out. I'm so annoyed right now. I think like it lagged and filled us lower than it should have, and I think we should have got the fill where our order was. All right, I got the fill anyway, but I'm a little pissed about that one. Like, I feel like we should have got filled on that first one. I'll have to go back and look at where it said it was to begin with. Low of this candle was 926, right? Or is that the low of this candle? That's the low of that candle. Scroll up. 936.50. Let me pull up my stream. No, it says so my take profit would have been at 935.50. So it was just right under that. But see it, but it ended up being 934.25. So it gave me a 1.25 points lower. So there was some slippage there. Well, I can't make this shit up. I mean, I see it happen all the time. The problem is, well, why don't you play it? Well, the problem is, well, I'm not always right. But you see this happen all the time where they shoot it up after there's a pretty obvious support area. They get one last little hit out of it, and then it falls. So it's like, I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing, and I see things well, but it doesn't mean in the moment they're always going to be right. We bounce off of that first morning area. Ooh, goofy. Look at this. Giving up, giving back that entire morning right there. We'll not be touching this until we get a little bit of normality. Will it become true? I don't know what it... Are you saying 100 ticks down on the day? Good to see Oxy's doing so far this morning. You're trying to bounce a little bit. Kind of hoping it would go down. Jeez. I would have put it there, it would have been fine, but this is a little crazy. I think we would, yeah, we would have got filled there. Well, maybe, I don't know. I could probably do the math, but just, I don't, we're near the middle, so I don't want anything to do with it right now. I need to just wait my turn, wait my turn. Two good trades thus far. And could have put one here, but it was too big of a candle. All in on this call. Well, so far it's doing pretty good. just looking up stuff for my options. That's funny you just asked. Yeah, I was actually looking at Plitter, possibly selling a put, but I was trying to see if there's anything that makes sense. And somewhere down near like 15. Really not what I'm looking for as far as that goes though. Looking at Oxy as well. Oxy's the one that I really want to be a part of, to be honest. Like right at a base zone here. I just don't know if I want to buy something long term or just sell some puts on it. Anything under 55. Come to his gas station and steal all the Snickers bars. Is that what the over under is, Zishan? Is you guys eating from the store itself? The stuff you ring up throughout the day? We're in the middle of like everything here. We got 2 lines off the hourly. We're at the middle of the bands. I'm just gonna let it do its thing here. No edge here for me. How much collateral would it cost for 5,500? That's so much collateral. More bill auctions coming up later this morning. It's rates low impact, but we get a big move. I have no idea. What time is that? Assuming not at 10. Happened before when this guy came in, stole a bunch of candy. Jerk. What a jerk.
Are you scared? You know, I am you.
11:30. Cool, cool. Thank you, thank you.
I'm coming closer. I will catch you. The time, it goes tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared?
Guess now we're just gonna go sideways.
I am you.
Let's take a look at these exit calls. I don't remember what I was trying to search that. Order cancel. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess I could just look at the order. Forgot about that. Oh geez, it was actually much lower. Damn it. Then JD was 750. Could still try. There's so many algos, man. I just put an order out, which would have been a higher bid than others, and like I just watched the bids like go crazy to try to get back above me. What the fuck? No, whatever. I'm just gonna leave it there. It's like just one contract. They were all sitting at 14.15. There was like 200 contracts. I put one out at 14.25, and then it went like immediately 14.30, 14.35, 14.40, and now it's just sitting at 14.40 by 54. So there's 54 it's sitting there. You can't tell me that that's just a coincidence, but I'm gonna just leave it there. Let's see, JD. You thinking about this chart again? Yeah, JD, I would like to get, but rather maybe let that play out. Should I remove it just to see? Just out of curiosity? All over one contract. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, are they trying? Like, is that them trying to get me to raise mine? Right? I mean, it happened instantly. Let's see. All right, let's see. I'm gonna have to open up a new window because I can just put it right back out. I put an order out to buy Oxy Leap option for January 16th, 2026. And my one contract made it go crazy. I wonder if I can show you guys. Let's see. I don't think I have like a, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't speak Chinese thanks to, yeah. But I was going to go in and see if I changed, like if I canceled it, if it would go back down. I think someone else put an order in because it just did the same thing. I'm just going to cancel. Let's see what happens. All right, canceled. It didn't move. I wonder if it's because somebody else put something out. Yeah, because now it's just sitting there. That was too funny though. Oh, look, it's doing it again. Oh, whoa, it just shot down to 1350. I wonder if it's because there was nothing there. Or I wonder if that's for them to try to... All right, I'm going to try to front run it and see. It's too funny. Well, fuck it. I'll leave it there. Oh, look, now it's doing it. Now it's the same. Yeah, it's right. It's coming back up now. Too funny. It's like they know that there's some interest there, so they're like trying to play the spread. I just did it again and it goes, it's too funny. I wish I could show you guys. don't know what to do with this market. It's crazy. That's the real one. Pretty sure. I don't think he's going to want to go live today. Did I hit replace? So find out. All right, I'm back up to where my original was. And there it goes again. It's so funny. They just straight up start front running it. All right, I'm just going to leave it there for now. JD, I think I'm going to leave that one alone. That's how I prove I'm real. Yeah, now we're going to go right back up. That's frustrating. Did you add and not get filled a little bit on the way down? Is that what got you out? Nah, bro, I was just being funny. I know you wouldn't shy away from going live. Just play Call of Duty the whole time. Two contracts, got you. And it's so funny because like I was talking to Froggo, I don't know, not that long ago, but just at your ability to withstand such huge moves, like it baffles me sometimes. Because it's like I would get in one and it's like I swear I'm in one contract and I see it like 100, 200, 300, 400. It just adds up so fast. And it's like when I'm watching you, I feel like it doesn't do that. I mean, obviously it's the same, but it's like just it's crazy how different it feels. At the top with two. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's such a big move. I feel like I would have been blown out by this candle here, not let alone this one all the way down here. This market is just dumb, man. It's doing whatever it wants. $20 and not. I'm gonna take a look at these JD ones, but probably not gonna do anything. Wow, these ones. Is JD like way up today? They're up, but they're not like way up. I guess it is. They're up a little bit. I was hoping to get the long, but I missed it too. I mean, this is just nuts. I mean, we're just gonna go right back to the highs, apparently. And even zoomed out, like looking at this on the 5-minute, it's insane. This is the key area, this yellow line from yesterday as well as previously. I mean, this line's been on my hourly chart for a while. But if I were to try to get a trade here, I'd be looking for a pullback, then trying to get in on the way back up, because obviously the buyers are in control at the moment. You can't tell Zishan based off of his text. You'll work on your reading skills a little bit. Feels like there's a lot of sellers now. Fuck me. Didn't like how it was just hanging. Yeah, of course. That little bit more patience, sure, makes it work sometimes, but boy, oh boy, does it felt like it could just dump right back down. It felt like a 50-50 right there, and it was just hanging, so I just took it. That initial reaction was not what I was expecting. I thought we were actually going to squeeze up, but it was a complete fake out. All right. That's all I was looking for was the retest of the highs, but it didn't feel like it wanted to do it. Timmy, what's up, man? Yeah, they should have definitely kept. Oh, jeez. They definitely should have kept the 90%. This is what I was expecting where I got in was a possible push to the highs and then this, but it just did not react like I wanted it to. Well, to me, that's kind of what I am doing, but that to me, after this big move, I was looking for a continuation. I was just waiting for the right time to do it. Which, that was the right time to do it. It just didn't go right away. Now we're flirting with that big line off the hourly. This is where we were yesterday. We scroll out, just go to, say, the 15-minute. Look at yesterday. This is the top that we were messing with yesterday. And obviously we went higher, but it was where there was a bunch of resistance. Like I would love to short here, but man, going against the grain, I'm almost like just so against it at this point. Like just getting burned by it so many times. I mean, I'm going to keep doing it. Like I probably should have done it there, to be completely honest, but I was hoping for more of an extension. Because now I feel like we're just playing around with this area. The options on JD are way more than I would want now. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be trying to pick highs and shit anymore. But I mean, this is a pretty obvious support line now, right? We got a high here, and now it's going to try to use it as support and push up through that big resistance from yesterday and prior. Like if you scroll, like if you go out onto the hourly, it's even more prominent where we're at. Like, I mean, look, got used. This was yesterday, but then you scroll back, look at how many times this was getting used. Well, I mean, it is. Just got free McDonald's. Hell yeah. From a customer? Yeah, they brought you in free McDonald's? Because then you probably give them free stuff, so in a way, it's not free. It's just an exchange. Let's see if this holds. That happens so much in futures, man. They make a new high by like literally a couple ticks, and then they just stuff it. It's like they're grabbing all the people looking for this to continue long with like stop orders, and then they just stuff it. That's why it's so hard to play those. Not from a customer. I went to go meet a friend who's a manager there, and she offered me a free Happy Meal. Nice. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Chewy having a pretty good day. I'm a little sad about Chewy. I actually tried to get in Chewy long term, bouncing off that nice like 1650 area. Just couldn't get filled on a price that I was happy with. Now we're all the way up through 18 already now. By the way, how's it? This music, you won't get a copyright violation? No way, this is from YouTube Free Library. It actually is. Didn't go in today, just went to pick up the rent check. Nice. Yeah, believe it or not, they actually have, it's called, it's like, I don't want to lie to you. Hold on. It's called, I actually just sent that to Alpine yesterday. It's called Creator Music, and it's in beta right now. and it's got, you can, I mean, it's a huge library. I actually went through and I filtered it. My filters are genre, dance and electronic, and rock. And then just I made sure to choose the license because they have stuff that you can license that costs money, but there's also a crap ton of free stuff. And so when it filtered by this, it just gives you all the songs. So I just hit play and it plays it continuously. It's pretty nice. No, you can't. You got to be very, very careful with the music that you play. That's why this is so cool that I'm surprised YouTube did that. It kind of takes all the work out of it for you. Because now you can just go into this library and find a song. And it's not just those like crappy old background like elevator music type like bits that they used to have. Like it's actual songs like you're hearing. This just feels like such a trap, doesn't it? Like trying to go long here. It's right at 16,000. Just feels like it's gonna trap so hard. Literally break even trade there. I was expecting more of a dump. Didn't get it. There it is. God, man, I'm just not getting it when, like, usually that happens right away, and it's just not doing that today. It just hangs. So it's like I have the right read. I'm just, the market's just not giving it to me right away. But I'm trying to be more precise. Like I'm trying to be either right or right out. I got none of this crap. You know, I just racked up a couple commissions there, but no big deal. Told you it was going to be a fake out. I almost feel like it's just going to bounce off of here again, though. All right, we're still in the middle. I like that play because it involved high a day and a fake out and stuff like that. And I was, especially because I was right, I just didn't let it play out, which I don't fault myself for. I did exactly what I wanted to do. Because that could have easily popped back up to the highs and then ran all the way up to like 16,050. Right? We've seen that happen so much. Like it comes down, it's like, nah, just making sure you didn't think we were going, and then boom, and it just goes and it doesn't look back. Which I would have cut it at the highs there, but that's not the point. The point is it didn't do what I was looking for right away. So the fact that I got out. But now to me, we're also just kind of chopping around the middle as well. So yeah, the long there felt like such a trap, which it was temporarily, but they're making it, they're buying it up. It didn't even come back down and retest this area. I mean, we could draw a line here. To me, it's such an obvious area now, right? Touch, touch, and a bunch of touches. So to me, this is a very key area now. Damn, 30 of you in here? I swear sometimes too, like when I'm watching Alpine, there's like so many people in there, but then like the chat doesn't reflect it. It's like I would expect a lot more people to be talking, but a lot of people come in just to watch. I mean, it's kind of like I do that sometimes too. Like even Alpine says it, like on Twitch, I'll do it a lot. Just like watching people play. I have no interest in trying to talk to the person. I'm just there to watch. I feel like that's just with everything. It's a good question, Tom. I know what I want to say. I want to say 8, but let me check. Out of curiosity. Give you the exact My wife drives down there once a year. They're kind of making that a little tradition in itself as well. Oh, he's there, Froggo. He's just waiting for me to do something stupid. Don't believe for a second he ain't in one of those 30 people. Me, I'm there to ask, learn. Watching him trading doesn't benefit me because I have no clue what his strategy. Well, right. See, that's what you're talking about. Alpine. Yeah. Alpine's trading is definitely unique. And I mean, it works for him, so that's all that matters in the end. Oxy must be going up. Bid's getting further and further away. So it's not part of YouTube Music. You actually have to go into your creator dashboard. So click on so you need to go to YouTube Studio. So like top right where your little logo is, you hit that and go to YouTube Studio. And then on the bottom left of the side, you'll see it says like dashboard, content, analytics, stuff like that. On the bottom of that, it says creator music. Well, technically he's not averaging down. I mean, he is, but he isn't. It's very hard. It's very hard to explain. He's trading each contract individually. So like if he gets in one and then it starts to go against him, you'll see that the order that he had for take profit is still there and he leaves it there. And he tries to get that filled by the end of the trade. Like that would be the end of his trade, is if it comes up and fills that take profit. But by scalping as the move goes against him, effectively lowers his overall equity average, I guess we could call it, right? Because if he scalps enough, every time he scalps, so say he's looking for 10 ticks, every time he scalps from that original position, 10 ticks successfully, it technically lowers where he has to get back up to break even. But that's not what he's looking for. He's looking to do that, and then eventually when that one comes back up and fills, he'll take all the profit. And that's kind of what he does. He's kind of ride or die with it. Yeah, but he's not sizing in. That's what I'm trying to say. So like sizing in would be like you take a position, it goes against you, and then you add to that position, but then you're looking to take profit based off of those two contracts together, where he's literally treating each contract that he takes individually. So he's not looking to like add a contract to bring his cost average down into the middle and then base his trade off of that new line. He's literally trading each contract that he takes separately. Yeah, well, correct. And that's why it's confusing. The answer, yeah. Yeah, what he does on a daily, but whether it's four ticks or 15, you know, whatever it is, like that's something that's going on in his head that none of us know about, right? So I don't think there's any necessarily rhyme or reason to it. I think that's just what he's feeling in the moment. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing, right? I'm using ATR, so I'm looking for the extended moves into those ATR bands, but everyone is going to have their own system, what works for them.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and it away. I ain't f***ing okay. I ain't liking it, day. I don't even wanna talk. I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways. I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat from the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family. From a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over.
Never copy someone else trade, never works in your favor. I mean, it's not always true. It depends on how they're trading. If they're trading like this, then yeah, you can't do it. But if you have a guy that's proven to be profitable and he's trading like longer term and he knows what his entries and exits are going to be, then that's different. I mean, but you're never going to find those people offering their trades up. My neighbor, well, my ex-neighbor, she was, I don't know, 5, and now she's in high school, and it's crazy watching kids grow up, man. It happens so fast, even when they're not your kids. But even if you did find a person like that, back on topic, you still shouldn't be doing it, right? You could do it for a little while, but only to understand why the trades are being taken. But that should be the main reason. But yeah, when it's doing stuff like this, especially around key levels, like I have no edge here. Because the odds are they're going to do some crazy crap around these key levels, and it's just, you're messing with the big boys, and I don't see any reason to do that. I'd rather look for the easier trades. Easier to find losing traders and just do the opposite of them. That's so true. Very true. I was just telling Alpine that the other day. I was like, I need to just find somebody that openly shares their journey as a loser and just go do the opposite of them. This definitely feels like a lot of support. I mean, look at this range we're in here. Lots of top wicks and lots of bottom wicks. Might just go sideways here for a little bit. Oxy's actually making a move down. Might actually a chance at a fill here. PR high nearing yesterday's. Yeah. It's just crazy, man. I don't understand the market, and I'm kind of done trying to understand it, to be honest. PayPal actually had a pretty down day. I was looking for it to come back down towards like 57 though. That's another one I was trying to possibly get something long term on. PayPal, all it takes is for them to integrate better. I feel like they got a little greedy. Let's see. They're still a little up. I'd want that much closer to 50. Gotta be patient with a lot of these plays. What's Tesla looking like at the moment? Still in that big range. Nvidia was having an up day after yesterday. Meta still up. I mean, that's just up near the highs. Really like an Oxy here. It can hold this area, even if it doesn't. Still got some pretty good support right there under 50. Upstart would have been pretty good. Upstart would have been a good one a little while ago, a month ago. Plitter, I'm just a little unsure about. It could definitely be a good one. Some pretty good levels at like 14. Definitely keeping an eye on that one. You know, one that I really liked was, because it's cheaper, was Kraft. But that was at the perfect spot last month. Now it's like too far gone. Well, good, Zishan. That's what you should be doing. Because what if that person were to up and leave tomorrow, you know? Then you'd have zero edge. If your edge is somebody else, then it's not going to pan out in the long run. And there's this Moody's. Have you guys heard of Moody's? They like took off. They're like almost back at their all-time highs. Just copy to hard to copy the way that I trade. Now, if you're doing options, then that'd be a little different. I have a put on ChargePoint for this Friday. It's for 17 bucks. That one's looking good after earnings yesterday. But I also have a long-term. I took a long-term spot in ChargePoint. I think that even if that gets back up to 10, that'd be pretty interesting. That's one that I feel could go a little crazy. I actually took a lottery play. I think I told you guys in CGC as well. It's just so beaten down. I think it was 50 bucks for a 50-cent call through 2026, or well, through January 2026. I mean, all that thing has to do is get some crazy press release. That thing could go a little nuts. That one's definitely a lottery play. I would love to own the obvious ones like the Magnificent Seven, but I mean they're literally all at the top of their ranges right now, so which makes sense because the market's at the top of their ranges. So until that all pulls back, there's really not much I can do there. Just like everything is at the top of their ranges, man. It sucks. But then you got like PayPal, you got Chewy, you got all these other stocks that aren't, which is what I'm looking at. I really wish I would have saw what it says. Chewy was at its lows this morning. Is that true? Like the low of where I was looking for? It was. I had a huge, was that earnings? Oh, it had earnings yesterday. Oh man. But then it gave everything, it gained pretty much everything back after it opened. Damn. Wish I would have been paying attention to that. I didn't know that their earnings were yesterday. Yeah, #1 YouTube trader. Wouldn't that be funny if I just started like marking myself as the second best? You think Patrick would pick up on me and like give me credit where credit's due? Even though I'm not the second best. I mean, he obviously is not the first, but just like try to ride the hype. All it would take is like a couple people going in there and be like, hey, you hear this guy saying he's the second best? It's like he respects that you're the first, but he wants to be second. By the way, Alpine, I don't think is in here. I think he is streaming now. This is all just fake out central chop. Want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it. I'm actually getting hungry. Got one more of my salad packs left. I'm gonna probably eat some wings for dinner tonight. Actually, I don't know. I need to either start using or freeze that chicken that I still have in there. Be funny if Top Step comes out and gives you a partner after that. I didn't like Top Step. I tried using Top Step and it was hard. Like finding everything on their website, dashboard and stuff. Ugh. He actually blew another PA. He's blown 3 today already. Jesus. Gear Shifter, what's going on? I am in Maryland. How about yourself? You know, I actually ran into a guy that lived 10 minutes away from me, and he seemed pretty cool. And then he literally would never like take it that step further to meet up. I don't know if he was just like kind of weirded out by it or and whatnot, but it was kind of sad. I was like, oh, I might actually have like a real life person to talk to about this stuff. Oregon, cool. We have some really good friends in Oregon. I don't know what city they're in now, but they're still pretty close to where they used to live, which was in Beaverton. And it's up north-ish because I know that one of them works in Washington. Why didn't take that step? What do you mean? Why didn't he take that step to meeting up? I mean, I don't know. He probably had personal reasons. Maybe like felt odd about it. Security, like I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm not hiding anything, so there was nothing on my end. I was the one that tried to initiate it. I was like, hey, you want to like go grab lunch? I don't know. Maybe he was just weirded out by it. I don't know. I did try to take the first step. Thanks, Gear Shifter. What kind of car you drive to earn a name like that? I'm a little bit of a car snob. I'm not ever since I had kids, but I used to be. I knew you meant live trades. They're live trades with love. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, feel free to chime in whenever you want about anything and everything. I don't mind talking about pretty much anything. I try to stay on the positive side, though. I try not to be negative unless it's something I'm pretty passionate about. And then I don't mind. Been down around here waiting that low to be broken. Yeah. I mean, the market has formed this line this morning, so break under here, we'll probably see something to the downside for sure. Or we'll see a sweep, right? We see the sweeps all the time. They'll go down. They know people have stop losses here, right? They know everyone can see this line. So in their heads, there's probably a lot of stops here, or they could probably see them and come down, sweep out those stops, and then drive it higher. You see it all the time. Been driving stick shift for about 22 years, but love life on two wheels. Motors and bicycles, nice. How much shifting gears no matter the vehicle? Or not much better shifting gears. Yeah. It's funny. I just sent one of those Instagram reels. My wife sends them to me, so like I'll end up scrolling and sending her some back. And I just sent her one the other day. Well, they actually faked it to the upside. I can't even remember what it was. I'd have to go look at it. But I find it hilarious. Like, people don't even know how to drive stick. I was like, I grew up, like I was taught, my first car ever was a stick, and that's just how I was taught to drive. So, and then throughout my life, it's just like, just that extra ability. It's just fun. Like being able to shift through the gears. It made driving fun. Now with the automatics, man, I would still love to drive a stick, but automatics do make life a little bit easier, like hauling the kids around and stuff. Granted, it was easy to drive a stick. Like there was no difference to me as far as like paying attention, or like once you know how to drive a stick, like it's just an everyday occurrence. It's not like it's going to take away from your ability to drive normal, if there is such thing. And if anything, I think driving stick makes you pay more attention, right? Because you actually have to be alert and like understand, like, I might have to downshift, I might have to upshift, you're always going to have to worry about pressing the clutch in if you have to hit the brakes hard. Like it's crazy the amount of people like, and then the memes of like the anti-theft device. It was just a picture of the shifter. Yeah, it's so funny. Like I'm a big Corvette guy. I was always a Corvette guy. And like every time I would see one, you could even ask my wife this. Like I would look inside, and if it was an automatic, I would be like, that's not a real Corvette. No, it's not a real Corvette. And now everything's going to the paddles. So it's like, even if you do get something manual, it's not really manual, like, because they have it built into the transmission. Like, it's frustrating. Yeah, my last car, like a real car, I'll say, they didn't even do the sweep. I'm surprised. It's actually just holding right now. Interesting. But my last car was a Chevy SS. The one that looks like a Malibu, but it had the LS1 in it. Sleeper. Complete sleeper car. Loved it. It was the same as the Pontiac V8. Oh, I'm having a brain fart. Pontiac. Not the GTO. Not the, was it? It wasn't the G8. I thought it was called something else. Maybe it was the G8. It is the G8. The G8, and then I can't remember. But they're all the Holden car. They're essentially all the same thing. The Pontiac G8, the Chevy SS, and I believe there was one more. But it was all based around the Holden, which was the Australian car. Everyone would be like, "Oh, is that a Malibu SS?" And I'm just like, "Sure." Oh, I love that car. Then we had the kids. Yeah, I went through the whole. I grew up watching the Fast and Furious and stuff like that. So I had all the cool stuff. I'll never forget my first car was a 1994 Chevy Cavalier V6. It was purple, and it was a 5-speed manual. And the first thing I ever did was, because I was after Fast and Furious, I put a glass pack exhaust on it. And I'm not gonna lie, that thing sounded nice. And then my big car phase where I actually had money, a job and stuff, that I started putting money into an actual car, was I had a Hyundai Tiburon. We used to call it the Tuscany, because that was the Japanese version, or the Korean version. And I've decked out a 2007 black one, which was the newer one. But then I actually went backwards and bought a 2003 and ended up turbocharging that one. Just full on, like, body kit, everything. That one actually won. I won a lot of car shows with that one. Put a lot of money into that thing that I did not get back out. Thing did not hold value at all, which makes sense. I mean, it is a Hyundai. 1992 2.2 liter Sunfire with like 150, and it was sick with a stick shift. Dude, I'm telling you, having a stick shift just makes your car feel premium. It does. And especially when you know how to drive it. Now, what I will say is, if I ever go overseas, like, they still use stick shift a lot, but it's with the, like, they're on the opposite side of the car driving, right? It'd be kind of interesting to try to drive with a stick left-handed. I mean, we would, if you know how to drive a stick, you're going to pick it up pretty quickly. But still, it would be interesting to see how that works out. One day I will. Definitely. We have plans. We're just waiting for the kids to get older. Yeah, pretty crazy to think about all that. It is sad. I mean, there's a lot of the higher end cars that just don't even make a stick shift anymore. It's like, well, I guess I'll never own that car. Rip through first, second. Let me see if I have a video. I want to show you guys. I think I have it unlisted. Let's see. I could probably show you all my cars, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, hold on. Switch. All right. Studio. And then I went through a Subaru phase, which was, it was fun. The car, we ended up We ended up with a lemon. And then it's just a pain to take care of. Even doing the oil changes on that thing sucks, so I ended up just ditching it. Oh, yep, here we go. All right. All right, let me see if I have, do I have any of these, or I could just show you? Sorry for these transitions, but you know what? I can probably... This actually might work. All right, let's see. Oh god, it's so cringe. All right, let's see. Make it smaller. You can see it. I gotta find where it's at on my screen. There we go. So this is my 2003 Tiburon. Yeah, I was gonna say I was cruising at 4,000 because I was getting ready to do a pull, but I decided to talk first. So, and yeah, that was the timer for the turbo for when turn the car off. So that thing was actually really cool because you turn the car off and it stays on because it goes through the ignition. That thing was a pain in the ass to install. All right, I think I'm about to do some pulls. Oh, I miss it. Let me find. I gotta. Oh yeah, I used to autocross with it. Oh, yeah, it was so much fun. Trying to find. Oh, here it is. Here's a walk around of it. Let's see. Crap. That's not what I meant to do. Trying to change the quality. Oh, apparently this is what the cell phones gave me back then. Oh, don't tell me I cringely left the trunk open for the subwoofers. Okay, I didn't. Yeah, I had two 12-inch subs in the trunk. I did have the sunroof open, it looks like. So I did eventually switch out that wing for the higher one. Just because it looked way better. It's pretty cheap and easy to do as well. Let's see. I was gonna try to show you the black one. Oh yeah, here it is after I installed the body kit on the black one. So I loved this body kit. Such a good body kit. Yeah, gear shifter. I do. I stream every day the market's open. Sorry, I was Honda Accord with exhaust. Yeah, the Hondas are pretty good. You always knew they were coming. That's for sure. I love this car, man. I was so sad I got rid of it. It had so much potential. And that exhaust note, oh, I loved it. I was trying to find the ones of the SS. The Subaru and everything. I wonder if that's on the other channel. Oh no, here's the or no, this this is this is the Tiburon. Oh yeah, you get the nice swoosh, the blow off. I think that's the other one that probably does it. Trying to find. I'll stop boring you with this stuff. I'm watching the market. It's trying to go higher. I have no edge there. So, oh, here's the 2000. Here's the Chevy SS. Looks like I only did a ride around. That sound. I actually mounted my GoPro on the back of the car. I also had an Acura Integra, but that was just my beater car right there. I go to where I can open it up a little bit. Should be like right here. You can't hear this? You should be able to hear it. Oh, I've had the desktop audio off this entire time? You kidding me? You should be able to hear it now. I forgot I switched scenes, that's why. What car do I have now? I have a 2015 GMC Acadia. It's went the family route. There's one more, or I probably get on it at the end of this road. Yeah, here. Yeah, I feel like an idiot now. I miss that sound so much. Well, I do have these videos still up, so this was the 2003 Tiburon. And then here I can do the pool real quick. This was in same car inside. The things we did back then, that was literally shifting. And then I was driving on the steering wheel. I see the market just fine, we broke that area. Shifting or driving and holding the camera with the other hand. Will I go back to coupes? I want to. Just when the kids are older. I don't see the Subaru. I thought I would have had those on here, but that was in between the... Can I go back? Yeah, I must have got rid of those for whatever reason. I was indeed a boy racer. No doubt about that. I loved cars. Yeah, I must have got rid of those. The Subaru was a bad time of my life overall. It was like everything went wrong around that time, so just got rid of it. Kind of like a move on kind of thing. All right. See if we see where these options are. Well, we still didn't get filled. We actually are on the bid though. Interesting. which with the market coming down, might actually end up getting a fill. There's been no volume on them yet. But yeah, we're actually sitting on the bid. Oh, we have to move down here. But we said that, right? Look, key area, broke it, came up, retested it, and we're pushing away. So definitely going to keep that line there. This line was actually off the hourly. It was that big line from yesterday and the day prior. So that line, they almost just were like, whatever. So maybe this line shifted to here. So all the people that were here yesterday around this 991, they moved down to 982. Right? So it could have, if we could draw like a little slope line here and get rid of that line here and just leave it here, that'd be pretty cool. And put a break in the line. Pretty big move down here. So another line off the hourly is here, and you can see it was respected a bunch. Pushed up through, used as support, 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 came down through, used as resistance, resistance, and then back up through. So this line was 100% valid. This line was here before any of this happened. So the odds are it would probably bounce off of there, at least temporarily, excuse me.
Yeah. I know brain. Marvin Divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming, it's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
Gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that find somebody else to love you, yeah. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye.
Oh, would you look at that? Put your money where your mouth is.
So now I gotta say goodbye.
Oh, we went through. But as you can see, trying to get right back above it.
So now I gotta say goodbye.
Oh yeah. It's 11, almost 11:30. Definitely getting hungry.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me.
Yep, definitely a key area. See if we maybe got a fill on that down move. Well, there's still no volume on the options, so I'm gonna go with nope. I'm gonna raise it to 25. See what I just want to see what happens. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can show you guys, just for fun. Let's see. Cancel this one. Alright, I'm doing a little OBS editing here. Alright. Alright, so we canceled that. Let's go back to Oxy. Just gonna make sure you guys can see this though. So buy, call, all the way out, down to 50. Oh, geez, look, these actually really dropped. 1365. Watch this. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna put an order in. Oh crap, you guys can't see that. Still okay. Alright. So it says 1365. Watch this. I'm gonna go 1370. Submit. Now watch what happens over here. 1370, 1375, 1380, 1390. It was just sitting there, and now all of a sudden it's doing this. All right, let's replace the order now. Now it's up to 1390. Let's go to 1395. All right, you ready? Watch it. All right, submit. 1390, 1395. There it is. 14. Oh, it's actually not going to go. Oh, there it is. 1405. Like, my orders are legit making this, whatever algos are there, react. 14. Look, somebody else just put an order in, and it's doing the same thing. Somebody else put that order in. And look, now it came back through. Now we're sitting at 1395. I mean, you can see nothing's going through. That's just them trying, I'm assuming, to get you to come up and pay their price. Look, that's somebody else putting one order in there, but they're taking it out. And so it's like they're trying to mess with it as well. It's pretty funny. I'm going to replace it and put it at 1410.
RNG bond.
It's actually lower than where I was. We'll leave it there. See it one more time. Look, it's at 1350. Look at that. I put it at 1410. Look, they immediately just try to front. It's like they just. Oh, there was some volume. It wasn't me though. Someone got filled. Wonder if is Oxy coming down. Yeah, it's still moving down. It's too funny. But yeah, it's like they just do that just trying to get you to pay the higher price. I'm actually going to go back down and just kind of keep an eye on the ask here. Look, I removed it and look at that. It shot right down to 1350. I'm just going to go, I'm going to go 1375. Just wait for the ask to come down. If we get close to 14, I might just snag it. Look at that, 1375, submit, and it goes right up. It's too funny, man. All right, I'm gonna leave it. So we got the pending order right there, 1375 on Oxy. Here's my other positions. What's charge point at? 223. Yeah, that's probably gonna expire worthless. That's a pretty big day for them. All right, back to. Yeah, isn't it crazy how it does that? No, it's not delayed. Yeah, they just. I think what it is it's people that are on the bid and the ask, and they're trying to play the spread. So they're trying to get that major difference. I was looking at this to possibly trade, but again, such a key level. I don't want to be in the games. Now, if this would have came all the way down into the middle here somewhere, and then we started to make this move back up, I think I would have tried, especially because we would have been closer to the bands as well. But for them to just play around with this area, I don't really want anything to do with it. And now we're back right to the middle. Oh, you'd be surprised, man. 2026 is, or not 2026 in general, but playing leaps out that far, I found it's actually kind of a thing. I think I'm gonna go put some chicken in. Let me raise my desk. I'll put the chicken. I'll be back in like a minute, 2 minutes. Don't leave me.
OF yeah.
And I'm back. Actually, I had to go to the bathroom, and the air fryer wasn't out like I thought it was. So.
RNG dollar 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 dollar. Woohoo, at B1.
And now, honestly, these candles are just not something I'd be comfortable with. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, like that's a pretty far drop considering the candles. It's almost a whole candle, right? Just like the volatility's kind of died down. I think that first hour is really where the trades are. Look at this market, man. It makes no sense. We're just in a giant range if you really want to look at it. Made the move pre-market, had the big move at the open, and up, and now, I mean, we're just in a range. Wouldn't be surprised if it just runs into here and kind of turns around and just stays in here. Oxy is officially red on the day. Give me my leap option. Give it to me. Oh, wow. We could snag it at 1460 right now. Somebody's actually on the bid at 1440 too. There might have some volume coming through here shortly. Like I could just jump in if I wanted to pay the extra 50 bucks. Like does 50 bucks really matter when you're already putting up 1400? Just looking at the chart now, kind of feels like we are going to maybe try to go a little bit lower. Feel like I could be patient. No, the idea though is I feel like we're going to bounce somewhere around here, so I don't want it to go too low, you know? Still got a little bit of drop room down to like 55. But that's kind of what I'm hoping for, is to get filled and then start to bounce. We'll see. It's a long-term play, obviously. It's the only play I'm interested in at the moment. I feel like everything else is still just too high. Bid's actually closing up. 1445 by 1460. Might actually get some volume coming through here. Looks like that one contract that did go through went through at 1454. This is pretty much right where the middle point is at the moment. Market's just gonna go to the highs. So makes no sense. This is what it does though, man. This is what it does. This is it does not trade like stocks. It does not have like normal pullbacks. This thing can easily just go in one direction for an extended period of time. Oh, I meant to ask, you guys see the new little indicator thing? It's pretty cool. keeps track of your equity that you have total on the account, how much of it was from today, and it keeps, the most important is it keeps track of your drawdown, so you don't have to like look over and see. I would obviously hope to not ever be in a situation where I need to worry about that, but pretty cool from a spectator point of view. It could allow me to actually get rid of the RTrader Pro little area I have on my screen.
Alt RNG $.
There's 20 contracts on the bid, 20 contracts on the ask, 15 cents apart. Like, they could just meet right there. At $10 per contract. They could both, one could pay 10 high, or it's not even, it's like 8, 7 or 8. They could have met in the middle. Far away, would it put us under? Puts us right at it. I like that. I'd actually almost feel more confident trying to go long. It's the irrationality of all this. Think of all the shorts that got in, and if it didn't get them out, and they're still holding.
GSIT 605K.
Yeah, look, probably would have filled. I think we would have needed a little bit more. Oh, we got it. Look at that. Crazy. Might actually go through the highs, all in this one move. Absolutely insane. Makes no sense. Now they're 10 cents apart. So it would be 5 cents on both sides per contract. What is that? 5 times 10 would be 50. It's at $100. Meet in the middle. Or one of them could just pay the $200. Oh, the bid just fell out. I'm still sitting down at like 13.75, so whatever. Kind of counting on it maybe continuing down here. It's like you can't predict when you're going to get these big candles, you know? Most of the time you're just going to get these choppy little sideways candles that go either a little up or a little down. Isn't there supposed to be more news today? I think Froggo said that, right? Is it at 1:30? I don't remember. Orlito, what's up? Because of the, look at the candles, man. Candles are crap. And like I said, we're at such key levels that I don't like messing with the big money and whatever they're doing. Like, see, and look, they're doing that on purpose. Like, look, they faked out underneath the previous candle just to run it right back to the highs. And we're so close to the highs, right? I don't want nothing to do with it because if you get caught for some reason, you're in some trouble. Now, if we can extend pretty far away from here, I'd actually feel pretty interested in looking for a play. This is what a crazy move. The sweeps of all sweeps. Didn't give me a candle to short under. Well, yeah, the bands are more just to gauge the volatility at this point, not to take a trade. Although that would have been a good one. It's more just to see how extended the market is. But yeah, I mean that's how I blew a bunch of my accounts, was starting a short at the bands and the market just didn't care. Like right here, you start a short anywhere in here. I mean, look, you're pretty screwed at this point. I guess we're in line with expectations, but a nothing burger this time. Are you sure? Was it at 11? What is this? 11:19? Is that when the news came out? $11:30. Over here. I mean, maybe it leaked a little bit, and then the rest of the market picked up on it. I don't know. Very odd to have such a big move down and then I mean, that's literally a V-shaped recovery. And you can't make it look more like a V. See, now I can't short because we're messing with the previous high, right? It just proved that it wants to try to bounce there. Just working its way up. We're gonna see if my chicken's done.
AAMC $. Alt more $.
It is done. I actually walked out and it was done as I walked out. It was kind of funny. I feel like I'm gonna go down on ticks, maybe to 10. I feel like these candles aren't big enough. See, I just don't like that. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from this for now. I'm gonna go make my food. I'll be right back. it would have worked. This market makes no sense. Well, it's like, no, I feel like everyone's so confused at why the market is just going up. Like, it just up, 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 and makes to retail traders. It's like, well, people are in debt. People can't afford to live. People can't afford to eat. Yet the market's just going up, up, and away. Like, it to people, it just doesn't make any sense. But yet it's like, no matter what the news event is, we just keep going up. It's like, I think everyone's just waiting for that downturn, and they just keep smoking them. Everyone keeps betting, all right, well, this is it. It's finally going down. And then, nope, right back to the highs. That's what I keep telling my wife. I was like, we just need a catalyst. At some point, there's going to be a catalyst, and it's just going to go. I've said it for a while now that I think the government pumping money, the idea was, if you get so far away from where you want the market to end up after like a big drawdown, if you get further and further away from it, the odds are a lot less likely that it's going to come down to that point, because it has to go that much further. And I feel like post-COVID, that's exactly what happened. Now, we went straight up. That was like the craziest V-shaped recovery ever. And then it just kept going, because they knew that when that finally took a downturn, that if they could stay above pre-COVID levels, I think that's all they were looking for. That's what I'm saying. Like, we just throwing bad news at the market over and over again. They're like, cool, higher. Almost like it doesn't matter what the news is at this point. It's just, we're going to go higher. But I will tell you right now, I've given up even attempting to think I know what it's going to do. I'm just trying to find a way to extract a little bit out of it. To be honest, I was trading stocks before COVID, and the way that I was trading stocks, it was actually kind of nice, because when you did get pops out of stocks, everyone flocked to it. So if you were on the right side of the short as it was going up, everyone that was, you know, because that's what everyone did. It was like everyone was trying to be Ross Cameron. Oh, 100% to Mimi. I mean, that's why I'm trying to do what I'm doing. Same difference. I'm just looking for better moves. The reason he has to use such small ticks is because he's just kind of trading whenever. So he's just hoping to get that right direction very temporarily. I mean, so am I, but I'm looking for like better setups. Or he'll trade kind of anywhere. So true, Froggo. And the best thing you can do is just slowly scale into the market over time. I mean, it's really your best bet. Because over time, they're going to make it go higher. It's just kind of how it works. Problem with all like the Magnificent Seven stocks right now is they're all just super high. Like you buy here, you're essentially buying at the current highs. And I can't do that personally. People who don't like salads just are eating the wrong salads. Yeah, if you're waiting for AMC to short squeeze, sorry. What is AMC doing anyway? Oh, wow. There's a lot of volume going through on those $50 leap options. Went from 0 to 41. Bids down to 1390. I don't even remember what mine was at. Oh, mine was at 14. Mine's at 1420. What? Oh, no. At 1375. I'm gonna move it to 1395. I'd be happy with that.
GSIT 3.20-ish orders out.
It went crazy. Now it's back up over 14. It's funny though because the ask is so
Well,
far down
3 to
that they can't
3.20.
just go crazy like they were before. What time does the London session start? Ooh. I have to go back and look at around that time, just out of curiosity. That's like exactly the worst time, 2 a.m. Which I could probably sell a decent put right now. Or an
Took a
option
small
as well.
size in CHSN.
Good. Where are you at, Alan? You said this is our time to rise. I thought you meant like right now, the current time is the time that you normally wake up. That maybe I read maybe I read into that incorrectly. Oh. I was like, your English is a little too good for that being, because you'd have to be in like Hawaii. As in we succeed. I got it. I get it now. I was on the complete wrong side of that. $7.91. Holy smokes, that's like below the bottom of earlier this morning. I would not be able to trade. I mean, it doesn't look like it moved much. I worked out for the first time yesterday in a while. I'm like kind of hovering at 180, my weight. I was like, all right, just gonna do it. I wanted to get the 170 first, but I figured maybe if I start lifting, maybe it'll help.
GSIT missed.
Oh, look, another fake out so far. See how David's doing. Another solid day.
Didn't get enough at 3.20-ish.
I have no edge.
GSIT some B
doing
slash
this.
E reduce. Too slow. SLTB $. Woohoo, at Oli. GDHG prob not a good idea but scooped some. LOL. Great idea. LOL. Took a small size. LOL, maybe not a good idea after all. Wait for it. YTEN 252K.
They're literally just faking it out. They just did it here, fake out to the highs, and they had this little base here that formed, and they just went a little bit below it. And rip it the other way. I think I'm gonna stay away from it. All right, with that said, I'm gonna head over there and chill with Alpine for a little bit, just hang out in his stream. Feel free to join if you do, let him know I sent you. I am going to try to get some stuff done around the house. Probably gonna be done trading for the day, so we'll see. Decent day. Not as much as I was hoping for. Obviously hoping to try to get 300-400 a day, but there really just wasn't that much opportunity, I feel. A lot of in the range, like if we take a look, I mean, from the open, we're still just kind of in this range, and these big moves both ways, it's really not necessarily what I'm looking for, but I mean, just straight up and straight down pretty much. But I will be here tomorrow morning. Hopefully you all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you then. Peace.